Welcome to the JVaz Show.
All right, and joining us now, a talented actress, singer, dancer, you name it, Lexy Panterra. Welcome to the show. How are you, Lexy?
Thank you. I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So Lexy, we were just talking right now. I was keeping up with your Facebook stories, and like I said, I don't want to take too much time. I know you're out there. Last time I checked, you were at a lemonade stand. You guys got a lemonade stand going.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I basically just business and making money my whole life. Like I've always, was always selling something. So I remember having a lemonade stand when I was little, and I brought it up to my sister, and she has like a little lemonade stand, but she's never actually used it. So I was like, "You want to go sell lemonade at the dog park?" And then here we are. They're not doing that well, though. They're really shy. I'm trying to get them out of their shell.
I was about to say, I hope business is booming, but you just answered that.
Someone dropped $100, and I was like, "Oh, damn it! Now they gotta, they already made the money, and they didn't even work that hard."
Yeah, they don't. They're not gonna put too much effort.
That doesn't count.
So Lexy, let's get into this, Lexy. So Lexy Panterra, when I first heard about you, well, the first time I heard about you was you popped up on my Facebook page, and we were watching the Twerk videos, and then I started getting more familiar with you, and I started learning, everything you got going on. Then you popped up on the Medea movie. I was like, wait, I know her. My girl's like, yes, that's the girl from. I was like, yes, that's Lexy. So
yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So let's get into your career here. What came first? Was it music or dancing?
It's I've been basically working on my music career since I was about 17. And dancing just came natural because I'm a dancer. So I mean, I've been taking dance classes my entire life as well. So but yeah, music was I've always wanted to be a singer. So that's my first love.
Music. Okay. And you say music was around 2012 when that kicked off, correct?
I guess it would be. Shit, I don't know exactly what year. It's been a minute though. It's been a while.
Yeah, so
too damn long.
Yeah, we were looking at your catalog on Apple Music, and we're like, oh, she has a lot more music than we had heard, and one of the songs that we currently heard was "More Than You." That song has actually made the Billboards on club tracks, club music. I'm sorry. What's the highest that track has gone?
Yeah, it did. It got on Billboard. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, what's the highest you made it on the Billboards?
I think it was. I feel like this one was the track, but it was on dance radio, or I think it was like the dance charts. Hold on, sorry, 1 second. It was on the dance charts. I haven't made it to that top 100 list of Billboard yet, but that's definitely my goal. And I think my music is, perfect and very capable of reaching it, So it's just, I guess, the fans playing it more and, spreading the news.
And I would agree with that. You do have a lot of catchy music that we found. We found one of the ones that we really liked was Dame with Clady, I believe his name is.
Yeah, with Clady. Dame did really well. The music video got millions and millions of views. It was popular in like Greece and in the Hispanic community because I was speaking a little bit of Spanish on there, which I'm not fluent in. I'm not Hispanic, so that was a little new for me. But I do have a lot of Hispanic fan base, so they really liked it, and I definitely plan on trying to make some more music that has to do with that as well. So
it sounded your Spanish was good. It was good for what you said on there. How hard was it to or how many takes did it take to get it to where it came out the way you did?
I don't know. It took a little bit of time. It didn't take a crazy amount. I pick up, I think, lingo's pretty damn fast. So I think it would have probably taken someone else longer. But I mean, less than 10, I guess.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
No.
So a couple of the tracks that we were talking about here before we got on here, you do have a track with Sean Frank called "Where Do You Go." That's one of the tracks that you're currently pushing as well, correct?
Yeah. That track is a fire record.
Yes.
Super dance record, and it's one of my favorites that I've done. There's a really great music video to it that we shot in Toronto, and I'm from LA, so I flew over there, shot that video, and it was fun. It was a blast.
And you also have a single that we just talked about, "More Than You." Obviously, it's been doing real good. Can you talk to us more about that track and how it came about and who you worked with to put that track together?
The More Than You record?
Correct.
So my friend Harbor, I basically met him through a mutual friend of ours who's a writer. Me and her wrote a couple of my records together at a writing camp, and she knew that Harbor was wanting to put this record out, and he wanted a feature. So she linked us together, and he lives in New York. I live in LA. He came to LA. We recorded it in like an hour, got it done. Then he came back to Los Angeles to shoot it, and I went to New York to do some promo. And that process was great. Harbor's awesome. We're really good friends now, and he actually just released his new single today as well, I believe. We did, we moved around New York, did great interviews, and it was fun. It's a good time. The song's really great acoustic with a guitar as well, and we performed together live with a piano too. So yeah,
very catchy track as well. And to keep going with music here, you currently, well, I just saw on your Facebook story, like I said earlier, you were talking about a new single coming out July 5th with the Stanford Brothers and Lil Yachty. You sound excited about that. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. So Stanford Brothers are releasing it, so it's their single. I'm singing the entire thing, so I'm featured on it. And Lil Yachty had a verse on it before I even got on it, and I was like, of course I want to hop on the record. And so this is kind of my first feature from a bigger artist. And I mean, it's a good record. It's a pop dance, I don't know, worldly, I think, type of record, and I'm curious to see how people take it. My dad, I played it for my dad. He actually really, really liked it. I didn't think he was going to like it because he tells me if a song's shitty or not, or if he thinks it's shitty. So he was like, this is a fucking great record. I love it. I was shocked. All right, great. I was like, well, it's coming out soon. So we're going to be pushing the crap out of it. We don't have a video yet, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to make one. It might be us or animated. We're not really sure yet, but the cover is animated. So we're like cartoon characters. Yeah, so that's coming out. I'm excited to make some content, maybe some dance videos to it, get it out there, maybe on TikTok and give it a run.
So talking about dance videos, let me ask you this. On your last video that you put out, I believe it was More Than You. I was reading some of the comments. A lot of people were disappointed you didn't dance enough on there, or you didn't twerk enough on there. How do you take all these people's, feedback as far as they want to see more twerking on the videos? They want to, they not unhappy because a lot of them were saying how much they love the track. They were just wishing they saw more twerking on it. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, they always kind of do that. There's a fan base that knows me for the twerking, obviously, and they're used to it. They like it. So I completely understand them wanting more. But then there's also tracks that are like, it's more, I call it twerkable.
Yeah,
there's like records that you like, you twerk to, and then there's records that you don't twerk to. More Than You is not really a twerk record for me. So
yeah.
I just didn't feel like it was appropriate, and to get across like the artistic vibe of what I wanted it to be, that wasn't involved with it. So, I mean, either they're going to like the music or not, either they're going to like the visuals or not. I can't really please them. Making music is really about what I want to do, to be honest, and
Can't
people are going
to
like it or not. Yeah, you can't please everyone. And that's not why you make music. You make music to, get your emotions out. So it's kind of like, if you guys are feeling it, cool. If not, whatever, So I can't like have these comments put me down or whatever. They're going to have their shit. So they can talk it if they like.
So
I'd rather have haters. I mean, everyone has to have haters, right?
You got to.
I call them the haters.
That's a good sign, because if you ain't got no haters, there's something ain't right.
Then you're not making it. Exactly.
Something ain't right. That's right.
I'm like,
So
let me see your twerk videos instead. How about that?
yeah,
How about the ones complaining? Make me some twerk videos. Send them my way. I'll post it.
tag me on. Let me see
Tag
what
me
you
in
got.
it. Exactly. You're over there talking shit.
So let's we were talking about you have a single coming out. This will be your single coming out on at the end of July, you said?
Yes.
Can you talk to us
This one
about
I'm
that
very
one?
excited about. So I grew up in Sacramento and LA, literally back and forth my whole life. So I'm from the Bay Area too, and I call that home. So Too Short, I looked up to my whole life. Like I've been listening to Too Short forever. So me and him became friends, and we got in the studio, recorded 2 records. He has one, I have one. So I have my record called Gas, and it's super dancey, like vibes. So I'm really excited to get content for this one, maybe even create a challenge for it. He's featured on it, and I'm stoked. I'm super stoked.
Sounds like it's gonna be crazy, especially if you do a challenge for it. And
Exactly. And performing, it's fun. It gets the crowd going. Like, people really are feeling it. I've been testing it out, so I'm excited for it. I am. To get his
that's
support
awesome.
is awesome. He's a cool guy. Like, we're really good friends now.
That
So
is awesome,
it's
Lexi.
cool.
So
Yeah.
since you're putting out this single, should we be expecting an EP or an album coming soon afterwards, or what are you currently working on?
Yes, I have a big, big project I'm working on, so you definitely can expect that. I would say starting in the next 3 months, you'll see something. The start of it, at least.
That's awesome.
And I've been working on it solo. So right now, like, I don't have my management team. It's kind of just me, my lawyer, and my girls that like are really close with me, and you know, my boyfriend that helps me out with creative directing and stuff like this. So it's a really small team right now, and it's all of our visions, and it's a clear vision of what I want. So I feel very proud of this project because I feel like there's not really too much of the outside chatter with
I,
it.
I was about to say that, like, I would imagine that would be better and easier to just go with your vision than having all these other people like, oh, you should do more of
That's
this, more
been
of that.
so hard. So hard. Like, every manager says something different, every agent, every label, and I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm just doing what I want to do now. I'm not going to be doing what you guys want me to do because that's not me. Or, I mean, you hear these stories all the time and they're totally true.
Yeah.
And I think I'm more of, I used to be like, yeah, I want to be this pop artist. Like, I don't care what I sing, blah, blah, blah. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, no, like, I want to sing what I want to sing. I want to look how I want to look. I don't want someone to take over. So now it's really what I want, and I feel happy and more comfortable with it. So I'm in a good place,
Yeah, to be able to have
a
control of your
better place
content.
yeah, absolutely. No one can tell me what's right or wrong. There's no right or wrong way in the business. So I just don't take it anymore.
Nice. So yeah, it's like when people say 2 and 2 equals 4, but so does 3 and 1. So
There you go. Exactly. I love that. That's totally correct.
So
We're not going to school to be a doctor here. It's
yeah,
like people can make it off YouTube. You make it off of fucking singing in the street. Like, it's just random.
get it how you
All you
can.
gotta
That's
do is
right.
just keep focusing and doing what you love.
I love that. I love the realness that we're getting from you right now because we don't, sometimes we get people on here and they want to be politically correct. And it's like, I love the
No, see,
realness, the
that's another
rawness.
thing. I want people to know me, where I come from, who I am. I don't like changing around different people. Like, you're gonna see me as me.
So, so let's just, in the beginning, I said how you're an actress, you're a singer, you're a dancer, you do it all. Before we
Yeah.
get into your other parts of your career, can you talk to us with such a busy life? How do you make time for yourself? Like, cause be having to do, we'll talk about your twerk camp here in a little bit, but doing your music, you came out on
Hmm.
Medea's Boo movies. It,
Yeah.
how do you make time for everything else?
I think I've slowed down a little bit. I used to do too much crazy stuff, but now I'm like really just focused more on, I guess, tightening my circle. Keeping my grounded, real friends around me. I don't party or go out, as much anymore or in the scene. So I'm kind of just focused, I guess. Focus more. It's easy to get caught up in all that other stuff. So I've already done most of that, so I'm over that. I'm like, now what do I really want to do? What do I really want to focus on? I do want to focus more on movies as well and acting. So I'm kind of working that out right now. And just music. So now I'm kind of honing in on 2 different things, as well as the twerk out class. But I kind of have people running my twerk out class for me. You know, I'm kind of overlooking it all. And I'm making time for family. So those are like important things in my life.
That's awesome.
Because I love to do it all. I have my clothing line. Like, there's so many things, you know. It's because I love to do it and I like to stay busy. But yeah, you have to have them like you just got to even them out.
So let me ask you this: for somebody that obviously, like you said, you got all these things that were going on at the same time. Is it a good thing to have all this going on at the same time to keep you motivated? Because you know how sometimes you feels like you don't have enough going on and you just kind of like, ah.
Yeah, well, I'll get that way 100%. Like when I have a week off on vacation, I'm like freaking out because I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm not doing anything with my life. But like I am, you know?
Yeah.
It's good to take breaks. And like I just took a long break and went to Hawaii for my birthday. I mean, at the same time, it was hard, but it was the best time ever. And I'm like, wow, like, you know, I felt more free and comfortable and happy and like nothing matters, you know? And it's good to have those moments as well as doing, you know, your career and stuff.
Inner
I'm trying to
happiness
find a
is
balance
important.
of that.
Yeah.
That's the most, love and happiness is the most important, 100%.
Yeah. So, we just talked about your twerk out class. Can you talk to us about the twerk out class? Is it something that, well, can you actually tell us what all it involves and when is it and what all goes on behind it?
Twerk out is an empowering confidence through movement class, fitness dance class based around twerking, which, you know, a lot of girls love to do, whether they admit it or not. And it's kind of just about, I mean, it's a workout. Let me tell you, like, these girls are working out in this class. It's a big deal. I'm certifying women to teach classes just like Zumba, where you get certified, you can teach wherever you want. You're like an independent contractor, you know. There's like online courses where you can, like on ltofitness.com, you go on there, you get certified. The schedules are up there. We have like weekly classes in Los Angeles. And we have a camp, our first ever twerk out camp coming up. And it's July 20th and 21st. And I love summer camps. I was like, I want to do like a cheer camp, you know, that type of vibe, but it's twerk out camp. So it's a 2-day extensive from beginner to advanced. We have free lunches. We have vendors. It's just going to be a great time. Girls are going to be talking to influencers that I'm bringing in. Everyone has their camp counselors and teams. It's going to be just a party.
That's awesome. So with the, you know, how we just talked about twerking is a workout. What do you do to stay in shape? What's your diet like? And is it, you know, just dancing or do you go to the gym or how do you keep your body the way it is?
Well, I'm probably honestly the heaviest I've been right now because I've been in studio sessions snacking. But when I am in my, I guess, workout regimen, it's just me going to the gym. And, you know, when I did twerk out class constantly, I think that was when I was in the best shape I've been in. But I'm not in them as much anymore. But I think that's what, you know, keeps me going is I'm just very active. I've been in cheer and dance, you know, my whole life. So it kind of stayed with me for as long as it could. Or it can.
So, you know, we just talked about the comments that we saw on YouTube or whatnot. How hard of a transition has it been going from your dancing to music? Has it been a hard transition or has it been pretty smooth overall?
Hell yeah, it's been hard. It's still hard. It's, first of all, the music business is already political and hard enough. And then on top of it, you know, people are niching me as just a twerker. So, you know, I don't know. They put you in this box and it's hard for people to say like, oh no, you do a lot of things. But then you also have Cardi B out here twerking on stage and rapping, you know?
Yeah.
So they're kind of picky and iffy when it comes to things like this. And I mean, maybe I'm just really good at it and people, I don't know, they like it. I don't, you know, but yes, the transition's hard. It's not easy, but I can't listen to the comments. Like I don't even read, to be honest, my YouTube comments at all. From worse to like better. It's YouTube is terrible. And then there's Facebook and then it's Instagram.
Yeah.
And then Twitter kind of goes back and forth.
Oh, Twitter's a whole different world. Twitter's a harsh world.
I try to stay off of it, you know? Like, I just unfollowed everyone on my Instagram.
Oh, man.
So I don't have all this ugly, unnecessary shit to look at and things that people I didn't even want to follow. I'm not even following anymore. So now I'm on my explore page, and in my explore page, it's making me more creative because I'm finding so many different people and videos that I've never seen. So I love it, by the way. This is a great thing that I did.
That's pretty dope, because we were just talking the other day, me and my girlfriend, how if people use the same energy to be negative on social media, and they took that same energy to post positive stuff, oh, it would be so much better.
That'd be interesting. That'd be a good world.
That'd probably be a boring world, though. We wouldn't have much
Might be, yeah. Might be. You never know. It takes a lot of people to make the world go round.
Yeah. So
I always wonder about the negative comments, like, because it's just something I would never do myself. Like, just mean comments that people say, and they actually post them for people to see. And I'm like, who are these people? And like,
yeah,
like, who are, you know what I mean? Like, it's, what kind of person does it take to actually do that? Because I can't fathom it at all.
And it's like,
then I run into these people sometimes, right? And they pretend like they're your fans, but they could easily be the person that just said, bitch, stop singing and twerk that ass.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
And I'm like, are you that or are you not that? You know, so it's complicated out here.
They become a whole different person behind the screen.
Oh, absolutely. When you see them in person, it could be your hater, and they're like, oh shit, I see her in person. And suddenly,
Lexy,
either it's fake or it's real, they become a fan. Yeah. So, you know, let them, whatever.
So we were talking about the singles. You got a single with Lil Yachty, and you featured on a single with Lil Yachty from the Stanford Brothers.
Yes.
And that's on July 5th. We talked about the
New Music Friday.
You have the your single coming out at the end of the month.
End of July. Mm-hmm.
And you also mentioned you wanted to get more into acting. Are you currently working on any movies or currently anything coming up by the end of the year, next year?
A little bit of a reality show action going on. It could possibly come out, and I'm working on signing with an agent. So hopefully I'll start, going on more auditions and stuff for that. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Dope.
I also plan on putting together, my uncle produces movies, and I want to get all of my celebrity friends and influencer friends in a movie. So just like Tyler Perry kind of did, but we want a, really good script. So we're kind of looking for one, and I guess you'll be posted on that when it comes out.
Definitely. So Lexy, before we let you go, one of the questions that I want to ask, just because of everything that you got going on, your dancing, your music, your acting, and everything else that you're an entrepreneur. When it's all said and done, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
What do I want to leave behind? My music. My music will speak for itself. And all the beautiful relationship torture in Los Angeles I've been through. Hopefully it'll resonate with other people. I don't know. I mean, and to build confidence in women with the twerk out class as well. So there's kind of those two aspects.
That's awesome. Well, Lexy, for anybody that's living under the rock and want to follow you on social media, where can they follow you?
Lexy Panterra on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram. That's Lexy with a Y and Panterra with 2 R's.
Lexy, with your last name, you get a lot of people think you're Hispanic.
Absolutely, but I'm Persian and Irish.
Yeah, we saw that, and we're like, I bet you a lot of people ask her if she knows Spanish, or because we were writing the questions down.
Everyone does think I'm Hispanic.
Yeah. Lexy Panterra, ladies and gentlemen. Lexy, once again, we are so thankful that you made time for us. We appreciate you making time for us. And I just want to say, as a fan of yours, this is something we've been looking forward for the last couple of weeks. We're like, man, we're about to have Lexy on here. Like, we've been following her since her twerk videos. Yay. This is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the support.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, Lexy Panterra, keep your ears open for the upcoming single she's featured on with Stanford Brothers. Make sure you check out her music on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all your streaming services. The new single, More Than You, is currently on the club, top Billboards. And once again, Lexy, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.